Hi guys, it's Shingy. The role of transparency is this year's theme at the Seattle Interactive Conference. It all became clear when I spoke to Roy Sekoff, President, HuffPost Live, founding editor, Huffington Post, about the power of participation and the empowered consumer. Why would you want to come to a conference that talks about transparency? You know, HuffPost Live has had its anniversary.
Yes.
We're in market. There's no turning back. What's the thing that most surprised you about launching that product?
We've tried to have small iterations.
Right.
I wanted to be surprised every day, right? I didn't want to have a big surprise. Like, there's not one great thing I could say, oh my God, I thought everybody would be so this and they were so that. But the one thing that I wasn't surprised about that I'm most pleased with, though, is the fact that we made a big bet that regular people would have interesting things to say. And a lot of people didn't seem to think that was a good bet.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to say to us, well, wait a minute, very few people can do that TV talking head thing. Talk in sound bites, be cogent, be intelligent, be smart without rambling like I'm doing now, you know? So, and we said, no, we think there's a lot of people out there who have some really valuable things to say that aren't being heard. And, you know, give people a seat at the table who may not have one. It's part of the national conversation.
Sure.
And the thing that we've been most excited about is, you know, we've had 10,000 people join us live from 90 different countries. And turns out they actually do have a lot to say, and they're giving us different points of view that you don't normally hear, that you don't hear on the cable networks, that you don't normally read about. And I think that's the most exciting thing that we've done over the course of the last 14 months now.
I mean, part of the secret sauce of the HuffPost community is people who followed people who didn't originate the story. So sort of watching the watcher. Make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that that's the same characteristic across live as well?
I think that people are really engaging with each other and they're really turning into a community. We've had 1.5 million comments just on the HuffPost Live platform, and we see that they kind of know each other now. And when something happens, they go, hey, where have you been? And it sort of forms that community, you know, and a lot of them have joined us live on the air. A lot of them have suggested ideas for segments that we've done.
Brilliant.
So it really has become the true social TV that we've sort of talked about for many years. I want to see the point where you can sit on your couch. I know it's David Shing who's sitting on the couch. You can move around, press your platform just in the air, and then you join us live, become part of the conversation like that. That's the key. The other part of it is the ability to have these cameras that we all have with us and capture news while it's being made. We did a little bit during the Chick-fil-A when they did a protest and everybody came and had a kiss-in all across the country. So we had people from all across the country have their tablets, have their cameras, showing us what was going around live around the country. And that was exciting. I think we're going to see a lot more of that.
How important is participation to the brand?
Completely. I mean, that is it. I mean, I think that's the era that we're in now. You know, I say that there's the shift from presentation to participation. We've gone from the one voice on high, sort of saying, this is the way it is, as Walter Cronkite used to say. You know, that's the way it is. Stop it, 6 to 6:30, there's no more for you to know. Well, now it's all of us sharing with everybody.
You have no shortage of people that want to throw ideas at you. How do you stay fresh? How do you stay creative?
The more ideas, the better. Obviously, you can be inundated with that. Obviously, especially when you're at an event like this, you know, a lot of people come up afterwards, they all want to get, and it's interesting, but we've been very committed. I said to my team, if we look the same at the end of 1 month, month one, as we did on launch, we failed. If we look the same 3 months in, we failed. 6 months in, so the more ideas, the better. I think this is one of the real keys for all of us working in this space.
Yeah.
It can't be top down, you know? And I think this is a real flip. To get this launched, I think you needed to have, you know, 2 or 3 people who said, this is the way we're going. But at a certain point, you know, you have to sort of take off the control, you know, and let the ideas come up from the bottom. And whether that's viewers, you know, whether that's whatever people that work for you.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't do that, you're missing a massive resource.
Roy, thanks for spending some time with me, mate.
Shingy,
Congratulations
always
on
the best.
taking risks and succeeding.